Welcome to South Asia Maps Intellectual Kshatriya channel, an educational channel that brings you the South Asian heritage for the audience in the form of maps, icons and images. Today, the topic of our discussion is Northwest Frontier Province. Here you see the Peshawar Khyber region, Northwest Frontier Province. And you see the Uttar Pradesh region here, that is called Northwest Province. This is the frontier, this is not the frontier. What is the difference between these two? How the British Punjab makes a connection is the topic of a fascinating discussion today. From your presenter, J. Reddy. Excuse me for my allergies. Before we get into the topic, if you are not aware, this is our Intellectual Kshatriya channel, South Asia Maps J. Reddy. I already posted more than 100 interesting videos of varied topics from Bengal and Punjab and Travancore, Wayanad, Cochin and Kanyakumari, and Islamic imperialism and Christian imperialism, European imperialism, and a lot of videos on Punjab region history and heritage and Deccan region. You can go and look at those postings, and if you subscribe, that will encourage our channel and you will be notified about the latest postings, and you can enjoy knowing and learning about the fascinating land, South Asian region, south of Karakoram Mountains and north of sacred city of Kanyakumari. Excuse me for my allergies. Coming back to today's, the topic of discussion is Northwestern Province, Northwestern Frontier Province. After this, you will get a very good clarity about Islam, Darul Islam, Islamic imperialism, consolidation of Islam during 1947 partition, and the concept of the Jinnah Corridor that didn't materialize due to certain regions at that time. Still, they are working on that process silently. That's the way the concept of Northwest Frontier Province, Northwestern Province, they fit together through the British Punjab. Then it goes through the Radcliffe awarded line here along the Ravi River, Radcliffe line. Their dominant intellectual ideological centers are present still in this region. Aligarh Muslim University, the Deoband, their theological center, Darul Ulum, Nadwat, excuse me, and all those regions are present in this region. So this is very, very important for the audience to be aware of. Here again, as usual in our presentation, I will give you the maps and I will also give you the important landmarks region so that the audience can get oriented. Here we have the Delhi region, Delhi district in the Prastha region, the former princely state of Bikaner in the Marustali region, and this is the Sutlej river goes here. South of Sutlej we have the princely state ruled by Abbasi Nawabs at that time. During the pre-partition time, Bahawalpur princely state, that is Bahawalpur, Bahawalnagar and Rahimiyar Kondos. North of it, Sutlej river, we have Multan district, Shahiwal district and Lahore district. Next to that we have Amritsar district and we have Gurdashpur district and we have Pathankot somewhere here. This is the Dogra territory of Maharaja Gulab Singh built, and his successor at partition time was Maharaja Hari Singh. The Jhelum river winds through here. This is the Gilgit region, northern part of the princely state of Jammu and Kashmir. This is the undefined frontier with the Chinese region, Xinjiang region. This is the tribal region, the Khyber Pass here. The red region is the Peshawar district. Here I have given, this is the Hazara district. Here Mardan and Peshawar. Then the Kohat, Bannu and Ismail Khan along the river, Indus River. So I have given the abbreviations: Hazara, Mardan and Peshawar, Kohat, Bannu, Dera, Ismail Khan, to save the space here and do not want to clutter. Coming to the northwest provinces, these are the divisions I have mentioned. The Bundelkhand division, that is the Jhansi region. In the Doba region, we have Allahabad here, Prayag division, then Agra division, and Upper Doab, we have Meerut division. This is the Yamuna river. The hilly mountainous Kumon, Garhwal, Tehri, Garhwal division, and the east of the Ganga, we have Rohilakand division, Bareilly, Rampur, Moradabad, and all those, Bedown and all those. This is the Gorakhpur region, north of Gagra river or Sarai river. The Benazars region here. This is the final stages of the princely state of Awadh, Nawabi territory, that has two divisions. Before annexation in 1857, due to maladministration, Lucknow division, Faizabad division. I have mentioned briefly Lucknow district, Sitapur district, Lakhimpur Kheri, Sitapur, Hardoi and Unova. This is the Ganga river. The blue area is Lucknow district. Then we have the Faizabad district, that is the Sarayu river here or Gagra river here, that is the Baraj and Gonda district. South of the river, we have Barabanki and we have Faizabad or Ayodhya district. Then we have Rai Bareilly and Pratapgarh and Sultanpur and Barabanki. I have mentioned those districts here and just given the abbreviations here for the clarity of the audience. And also I have given the abbreviations here, the districts here. So that is going to be a very fascinating, very interesting topic of today's discussion: the difference between northwest frontier province and northwest province. Here should be P. There is a typo, sorry for that. Northwest province, northwest frontier province. Yeah. And it is the British Punjab. Northwest, the frontier means a border region, the historic region, because we have the Khyber Pass here, through which all the invaders came. After which you have Jalalabad and Kabul and Hindu Kush mountains in the Central Asia. So the northwest frontier province, also called Khyber province, and it's also called Khyber Paktunkwa. In the pre-Islamic invasion times until round about 1000, when the Ghaznavids finally overthrew the local Hindu kingdom. These are Pathan kings or Pashtun kings called Shahiya kings. That is before the final conquering of Hindu territory by Islamic invaders. The rule Islam, that is Saiful Islam. Collapse of Hindu civilization once Islam takes over the land, because it is a very militant, aggressive, conversion-based ideology. And there is no spirituality in it that erases the entire fact. After we have Ghaznavids and Ghoris and Mughals, then Nadir Shah, who belonged to a dynasty called Afsharis. Then we have the Duranis. The Duranis were contested by the Sikhs. after the Battle of Panipat 1761, when Maratha resistance collapsed against the Duranis, then the Ranjit Singh conquered that area called Khalsa territory, Khalsa Sarkar, 1823. From Ranjit Singh, in first Anglo-Sikh War, British entered into Punjab and virtually made a virtual protectorate. Means they are in the virtual control but nominally ruled by Ranjit Singh's descendant Maharaja Dalip Singh. And a few years later, in 1848-49, again the second war broke down, Anglo-Sikh War, and finally Dalhousie's time, the entire this territory was annexed to the British East India Company's territory called British Punjab, that is the Treaty of Lahore too. At that time, the frontier, remember the Peshawar region was conquered by Maharaja Ranjit Singh, was the part of the Khalsa Sarkar. Naturally, it became the part of British Punjab. Those districts were Hazara, Mardan, Peshawar, Kohat. This is the Hazara district, this is the Jhelum river. You can remember Hazara district, this is the Mardan. The important district, of course, is Peshawar. Then we have Kohat district, Banu, and we have there Ismail Khan. In 1901, these Pashtun-speaking areas were delineated and separated from British Punjab, and British called it a frontier province because it was in the northwestern region. This is called Northwest Frontier Province because at that time previous there was also other province that is called Northwest Province. Other name for later Uttar Pradesh or United Provinces. In order to differentiate those between two territories interspersed by the British Punjab, they call this a frontier province, which is frontier to Afghania territory, that is Durrani territory. That is, then there was a political party called Khudai Khidmatgars led by Badshah Khan, Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan, and in the final days before partition, his brother, senior brother, Khan Sahib was the prime minister. At that time, the designation, essentially the chief minister, and in 2010, the name of the province was changed to the Khyber Paktunkwa, that means the Khyber region. Paktun is the other name for Pashtun people. In India, they are called Pathans, especially Pathan and Hind Kovan speaking region compared to Saraiki, Punjabi and Majha speaking region on this side of erstwhile the British Punjab territory. That is the northwestern frontier province from Shahia time to the and British Punjab time, then partition, and finally in Pakistani time. Then let's talk about northwestern province. How this province came. British conquered India from Palasi, Bengal region, the Tidal Bore. I have a separate video. British Tidal Bore from Palasi, Bengal Delta, enters into the Gangetic Plains, Punjab Plains, stops at Khyber Pass. That is generally a reverse tendency. Then the historic invaders came from Khyber, Punjab Plains, Purbiya Plains and Bengal Delta until Chittagong. So the British Tidal Bore came after. So originally this land belonged to or ruled by the Marathas in this area and the Nawabs of Oudh and Rohilla. And so Nawabs lands, Rohilla lands, Awadhi Nawab lands. After Battle of Buxar, that is after Battle of Palasi, 7 years or so, after 3-4 years after Battle of Panipat, this region was given to East India Company Bahadur by the Treaty of Allahabad by Mughal Badshah Shah Alam II. Then the Rohilla War and the Rohilla Khand was annexed, given to Nawab of Awadh. Nawab of Awadh signed the subsidiary alliance because British were maintaining their contingent in his territory to protect against external enemies and internal subversion. So he shed a lot of these lands. Called ceded Benares region was given first. Excuse me. And I have mentioned here at what time these regions, that's not that important now. Later Gorakhpur region was given round about 1801. Then the lower Doab Allahabad region was given. Finally from Marathas this Bundelkhand region was annexed, and Agra region, Rohilkhand region, entire region finally came under British control. They called it Northwest Province. Originally it was part of Bengal Presidency but ruled by some other lieutenant governors or commissioner, various designations. So essentially a separate administrative unit called Northwest Province of Agra and Allahabad, later simply called with the Northwestern Province. There were two divisions at the final stage of Awadhi Nawab Wazir Ali Shah's time, that is in the Awadh region, that is Lucknow division, I have shown in blue color. Then Faizabad division, that is the Lakhimpur Kheri, Sitapur, Hardoi and Unnao and Lucknow district. Then Raebareli, Pratapgarh and Sultanpur, and this is Ayodhya or Faizabad, Barabanki. North of river Sarayu, Gagra, we have Baraj district and Gonda. So Faizabad division and Lucknow division. Finally this territory was annexed by, during the time of Lord Dalhousie, who was the Governor General round about at the time of 1856-57, under maladministration, because the Nawab was misgoverning it. When this territory was annexed, the name of the province was designated as United Province of Agra and Awadh. This is the Awadh region. This is the Agra region. That means the Meerut division, Kumon division, Rohilkhand division, Agra division, Jhansi division, Prayag division, Benares division, Gorakhpur division were original territories. Then Lucknow division, Faizabad division. That's called United Province of Agra and Awadh. The later, the term Agra and Awadh was omitted, is called simply United Provinces. Union of Agra Allahabad province and Awadh province. Awadh was governed for some time as a separate province, commissioner's province. So eventually at the time of 1901, so that time even Agra Awadh was taken away, simply called United Province. Later it's called Uttar Pradesh in the final years before, from a partition time onwards. So UP United Provinces fit very well into United Province, that is Uttar Pradesh. That is the Northwest Province and Northwest Frontier Province. Why these two are linked together? Then here I have mentioned you the consolidation of Islam, the Jinnah Corridor, United Province, corridor through United Provinces and Bihar, Radcliffe Line, Nadwat, Darul Uloom, Deoband, Uman. Remember, originally the Northwestern Province also has a Delhi territory. It also has a territory called cissetless territory. That is the Karnal district, Hisar district, Gurgaon district, Faridabad. All those areas were Northwestern Province, United Province area. Because the Purbiya soldiers, Bengali soldiers, participated in the rebellion, British were not happy, so they took this territory and gave it to the British Punjab when it is formed. That means the Punjab, British Punjab got this territory. So there is a connection here. And after some time, so British Punjab at that time, the northwestern provinces, from Khyber region to all this region, erstwhile this region belonged to the UP region administratively. 1901, this region was separated because it's the Pashtun speaking area. And during 1947, there is a large Muslim population in the Rawalpindi division, Multan division. And Kafiri population in the Ambala division, that is the Delhi Hisar Haryana region, and Jalandhar Ludhiana region, and Lahore division has most of them half and half. These were given to Pakistan. At that time, Jinnah demanded a corridor. Remember, at the partition time, most of these districts, the Ludhiana, Kapurthala district even has 50% of Muslims. Ambala district and Meerut division, Rohilakand division, and Lucknow division, they had a large number of Muslim population, close to the 20% or so. Continuous Muslim population existed from Khyber to East Bengal near Khulna and Chittagong. So Jinnah wanted this corridor, and that was not able to secure for certain other regions. So that is the difference between Northwest Frontier Province and Northwest Province. And those who wanted to know more about the ideological things of the partition of India, we have three great scholars who have considered to be the voice of India think tank, the greatest thinkers of the modern India after partition, Mahayogi Sri Ram Swarup ji, Maharshi, intellectual Kshatriya Rishi Sitaram Goyal ji, and Professor Coenraad Elst from Belgium. They have authored a series of ideological works, and you can go and look at them and you will get a broader idea. I just talked a little bit about them here. And we can go and look at these districts here, and I am showing here the Schwarzberg Atlas. How do you get a Schwarzberg Atlas? You can just stop here and type a Digital South Asia Library, page 60. Or if you want to go to, I will show you how you can get it. I have bookmarked it, and Digital South Asia Library. You get to this main area. We want to maps and photograph plates. So naturally, text we are not interested. So this is the contest for power establishment of British supremacy. So this is the one you clicked. This is the very standard atlas. Any Indologist has to read it. If you do not read it, your knowledge about India will be incomplete. Then where should I go from here? Go to 60. Remember, you are 60-year-old and you will retire. Go to 60. So administrative divisions before partition, 1857 rebellion, administrative divisions of 1857 with community rules and the native states. So go to 60. You will go to 60 here. I have exactly gone here and expand that, and you will get a lot of very fascinating district information. Remember, the names will be spelled differently, boundaries are different. That always happens in the evolution or metamorphosis of political units. That's even then, if you understand that, that will give you a fascinating aspects of history of South Asia, many parts of the world. So here essentially I am showing the same thing. So this is the Benares region, Mirzapur, Benares and Gorakhpur. This is the Northwest province, that is a united province. Faizabad region, this is Lucknow region, this is the region, this is the Rampur state, this is the Rohilakand, this is the Meerut division, this is the Jhansi division. Remember, this is the Panhandle region. This is the Agra division, Allahabad division here. Then the Delhi region at that time, see the Rohtak and Haryana, Ambala, these were the part of the Northwest province, that is UP in general. Then the British conquered Punjab. When British conquered, you can see here, this is the Gulab Singh Dogra's territory. Then you have Hazara district. See, you have the Lahore division here, Multan division here, Rawalpindi division. Rawalpindi and Attok, all those areas. The important part here we are trying to say is Hazara district, Peshawar district, Kohat district, Dera Ismail Khan. Of course, later we have other district, Banu and so on. There are Ghazi Khan. That is about the Schwarzberg Atlas. Here I am showing the same thing, the Northwestern Frontier Province. Here the broadly I didn't get into the details of the Northwest Frontier Province, the tribal areas, federally administered territories. That's a different thing, so we don't want to get the things complicated. It was formed in 1901, part of the British Punjab province. Then now the latest successor is the Khyber Pakhtunkhwa region. That is the historic gate of the Jamred Fort, the symbolic ideogram of that region. And it was ruled during the partition by the Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan, or Badshah Khan's brother, called Jabbar Khan. Is popularly called Khan Sahib, the Congress party member, and his junior brother is much more popular, Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan, or Frontier Gandhi, or Badshah Khan. He was born around about 10 years before 1900. That means 1890, almost lived 100 years, passed away 1988, the 2 years less than 100. Is a very Pashtun, is a nationalist Muslim. That is really very rare among the Muslim proselytes converts, because Islam alienates a converts from their parent heritage, attaches to the Arabia. That is the essence of the works of Mahayogi Ram Swarup ji from the yogic perspective. That's a different story. And that is the Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan and his brother and Badshah Khan. We are seeing the same region, the Northwest Frontier Province. You can see the Kabul here and Jalalabad, and we have the Peshawar region here, Kohat and Bannu here, Ismail Khan, and you have the Mardan, and this area is Hazara region. This is the Jammu and Kashmir. You can see the Srinagar here, and Jammu and Kashmir here, and this is the Lahore division, the Radcliffe line here, Gurdaspur district here, there's the Pathankot, Gurdaspur, and Ludhiana, this is the Ambala region. This is the Northwest province. This is the Kumaon region, mountainous region, and Meerut region. This is the the corridor Jinnah wanted, and the Lucknow division, the Faizabad division, and all those divisions. You can see the fascinating land also in the Frank Ram spots, the topographic representation. This is from where? This is the Brahmaputra river, Tista river, Kosi river, Ganga river. This is the Gandak river, Ghagra river. This is the Faizabad division, Bahraich and Gonda. This is the Benares and Gorakhpur region, the Ganga and Yamuna, Aravalli mountains here, northwest province of Agra and Awadh from Bengal. Then you can see the Yamuna Delhi region, Cis-Sutlej region here. Then Sutlej river, this is the Jalandhar Doab or Bist Doab, Bari Doab, Rechna Doab, excuse me, Jech Doab. Then Potwa region, that is the Rawalpindi region. Then you see beautiful basin, that's the Peshawar basin. Here you see the Hazara district, this is the Indus river, Sindhu river. This is the Kohat basin. This is the Dera Ismail Khan district. That is the Northwest Frontier province. You can see the Amudarya river and the Khyber Pass here, and Kabul will be here, Jalalabad. Those regions and the same thing we are seeing the East Punjab and West Punjab, all those districts here, and Lakhimpur, Keri, Sitapur, and Hardoi and Lucknow, Unawad. This is the Lucknow division. Then we have the Bahraich and Gonda, Barabanki, Sultanpur, Rai Bareli districts from the Oxford Atlas map, so that you will see the northwestern province here. Northwest Frontier province is not shown here. And that is in brief about the fascinating the land of Bharat, the difference between the Northwest Frontier province and northwestern provinces, Uttar Pradesh, and the concept of Darul Harb and Darul Islam, the Radcliffe line, and their intellectual consolidation, ideological ideation centers that were responsible for large-scale writing. Entire concept of Pakistan originated from this area, United Provinces. their intellectual center, AMU, Deoband, Nadbat. Once a person converted into Islam, for generations these ideas agitate their mind. They want to fight with Kafirs and get a separate homeland, erase their parentage and back attach themselves to the Arabia. That is theology. Unless one understands the theology, one will not be able to understand the concept of partition, which Mahayogi Sri Ram Swarup ji and Sitaram Goyal, Dr. Coenrod Elst doctrined extremely well. And that is in brief about the difference about these two historic regions, and I hope that will make the very interesting aspects will brought to you in understanding our ancient civilization. This is your presenter J. Reddy, and we'll see you some other presentation. Thank you very much for joining today on South Asia Maps Intellectual Kshatriya channel.